Good morning, guys, and welcome to your market report for this Monday, the 10th of September 2018. Welcome to the show. Now, listen, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the charts right here, and we're going to talk about the Turkish lira. As we can see, the lira has been fairly stable recently, but it's moving up a little bit today. Now, up is bad for the lira, because up means how many liras you can buy for $1. It means that the lira is actually falling when it goes up. So if we take a look over the last 3 months here on the chart, we can see that the lira had a sharp spike upwards. That rung alarm bells with everybody. That point up there where it went up. And then what happened is it's fell back down. But now she's just this morning started to go up a little bit again. She's on her way up again. If you draw a line between here and you just take a look and draw a line right up through here, what you're going to find is that these ups and downs, if you take them all away, it's steadily moving upwards in price, the lira. So it's hyperinflating at this time. So now let's take a look at Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank today is dropping. Now that's bad for Deutsche Bank. It's dropped 0.26%. So it hasn't dropped a lot today, but it's really low. There, it's just dropped 0.45%. She's fallen today. Who wants to catch a falling knife? I mean, who wants to get their hands cut? That's what Deutsche Bank is like right now. It's not good. What Deutsche Bank's doing is not good. Now, we take a look at the U.S. dollar index today, 95.06. The dollar is falling today. Let's take a quick look at the silver price. Silver price should be going up because the dollar's fallen. It's really not going up that much. It's zero on the board for the day so far. It's $4.16. Oh my God, that's sick. That is sick, that price for silver. Not sick in the respect if you're buying. If you're buying, this is good price, you know. But sick as respects that if you've invested in it, if you bought in at $30 or whatever, and now it's $14, it's kind of sick. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency right now. Cryptocurrency is having some troubles, and the reason why the Security and Exchange Commission has put on hold several of the products, I guess, that they approved of these Bitcoin products. A couple of them, they've put them on hold, I guess, until September 20th, because I guess things are not really clear as far as they're concerned in the buying and selling or whatever. Something to that effect anyway. And it's affected the market price some. It slumped it down to $6,094, but now it's recovered somewhat to $6,301 right now as we speak. It's perhaps a pretty good time to buy Bitcoin. I'm just not exactly sure. I'm going to put the percentage chance of it, Bitcoin falling lower at 40%. I'm going to put the chance of it moving higher at 60%. So like a 60-40 split, you know. Don't invest any more money in cryptocurrencies than you're not willing to lose. If you take a whatever bill you take out of your pocket, if it's a $100 bill and you're willing to roll that $100 bill up and use it to light your cigar with, then go ahead by all means and use that $100 to buy cryptocurrency. But don't invest more money in this stuff than you're not willing to lose. Don't go in there and take your credit card and max it out on Bitcoin. That would be a dumb thing to do. Anyway, cryptocurrency market capitalizations today. We're looking at $196 billion in this industry. 55.8% Bitcoin dominance. Most all the coins are in the red today. Some of them down pretty big. XRP Ripple is down pretty big, 6.05%. Cardano is down pretty big, 6.27% down. Litecoin is not down that much. It's down 1.91%, $54.65. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's up 41 points on the day, which is not very much. It's in nosebleed territory as far as I'm concerned. Everything has been, it's very low volumes. There's very low trading volumes right now. And the market is like, I just have the feeling that the market's oversold and that there's there's not a lot of buyers in there supporting this market right now. I have the feeling that this market is being held up kind of like Willie Coyote when he runs out over the cliff and he holds up the little sign that says help, and then he waits there for a second before he falls. This is what this market is like, and it's going to be dependent upon what the bonds do, what this market does. These two markets are kind of tied in there together. Let's take a look at oil today. She's up 59 cents, 0.87%. At $68.34. Now that's sweet light crude. That's the crude oil that they need to mix with all of the thicker oil, like Venezuelan oil. Venezuelan oil is very thick crude. They need to mix this sweet light crude with it. So sweet light crude is very important, and so is thick oil. But most countries don't have oil that comes out of the ground that's just perfect. Generally, it's either too thick or too thin, and so this is the crude they use to mix to make it thicker. They mix with thicker oil, I should say, to make it a little bit thinner. Let's take a look at the silver price today. Oh, we already looked at silver. Let's look at bonds and rates. Okay. I got a little bit of a backward start on my charting today, so I got a little bit mixed up there for a second. But here's bonds and rates. We got the long end of the curve falling. We got the short end of the curve rising. You cannot get a better pattern than that for flattening the yield curve. I mean, this yield curve is flattening. Oh my God, it's flattening so fast. You know? Yeah, go ahead and raise interest rates again, Federal Reserve. You want to flatten that yield curve out as fast as we can, don't we? Okay, so listen, this has been your market report for this morning. Things are going to get very strange in not that much longer into the future. The way these markets are going, I see a recession coming, but actually it's going to be worse than a recession. They always call it a recession. This one's going to be a depression, but they'll never use the depression word. Ever since the Great Depression, they don't like to use the depression word. They always use recession. They try to underplay what's actually going on. But this one's going to be so bad that they might actually use the depression word. And they might call it the Greater Depression or something like that. It's going to be bad, guys. And okay, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next market report. Bye-bye for now, guys.